Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be doing another body review for another ball jointed doll, and this is a Souldoll Kids Joelle D. So let's get started. So I bought this doll back in I think 2015 and it is on a NL boy body and it is in white skin. So let's take a look at the head. So like I said, the head sculpt is a Joelle D and it has a nice little smirk on it. It is a little bit yellowed, but it's nothing compared to the white skin of a Doll's Own, and he does have a face up by me, and this is the second face up I have done on him, so it's probably about a year old, so I'm pretty happy with it so far, but probably will need to be updated soon. He has quite small eyes. I think these are a 8mm size eye, and I've just used the ones from Mako Eyes, I think they are. And so these have the head cap system with the magnets on the end, so it attaches together, and it is on a hook system as well, so it doesn't have the twist like a Fairyland doll. It's just on the S hook, which it's okay, but it's pretty stock standard. And Souldoll dolls do come very tightly strung, so just be careful of that. So usually they're a little bit looser from other companies and you can pull the joints out, but Souldoll for some reason string them so tightly. So going through the range of motion, he has a good range of motion for the head. Up is a little restricted, but down is really, really good. He's got really good movement to look down. It's probably a lot better than any of the other dolls that I have. Yeah, you can see, whoops, the head cap came off. Whoopsie! Don't move the head cap. But yeah, it does have a smaller sized head as well. So it's a lot smaller than the rest of my dolls. So the torso joint has an okay range of motion. You can see it pops out here and there, but when it has clothes on and you want it to turn a little bit more, it has quite a good range of motion and the clothes will cover it up. I really like the way the body's sculpted on this. It has really, really nice sculpting. It's not overly done and doesn't have a weird set of abs. It's just really nicely sculpted in my opinion. It does have just single sort of joint system. It doesn't have mobility joints, which I quite like my mobility joints, but yeah, Souldoll and our body doesn't have the mobility joints. And you can see it has the shelf on the leg, so you can pull it out and the shelf will sit where the bum is, and that way it can sit down nicely and it has something to lean on. And so the shelf system, I've seen it in a couple of dolls like the Noah and stuff, so yeah, Souldoll does it too. Alright, I look at the legs. Again, they're really nicely sculpted. They're not too overdone, which I really like in a doll. I don't like overly sculpted things. The feet are pretty basic. They have a pretty limited range of motion as well. The knees are really nicely sculpted and have the peanut joint in the middle, which pops out. Because it's really tightly strung, it is quite hard to pop in and out. But once you've got it in and out, it has a pretty good range of motion. It can kneel okay. Nothing like the Spirit Doll body posability, but again, the peanut has these shelves, so it sits quite nicely in the knee crevice and covers any little holes and stuff. So you can see the little shelf on the bottom of the knee there. And then when you want to put it back in, it just pops back in really nicely there. And we can go have a look at the feet, and I've blushed the feet a little bit, and they are a tad yellowed because I usually have my dolls with no shoes on, so you can see they're just a tiny bit yellowed there. So the range of motion, that's as far as it goes down. It's a nice seamless look. That's as far as it goes up, so not a great range of motion that goes up, but you wouldn't really get your normal feet to go up like that anyway, so it's probably realistic enough. It has a really good flat feet, so they're really good at standing, and you can see how nicely the legs are from the back there. And going up to the top, it's nicely sculpted again, not too overdone, which is something I like as well, and I like the little dimple details it has on his back too. Moving on to the arms. The arms are okay, they're not the greatest range of motion, it's just because of the shoulder joint. And the elbow joint has that peanut again with that shelf system where it just locks into place. If I can get it in there, I think I can. Struggle is real. Anyway, you get the point. It has a shelf system in it. Look at the hands. It has really beautifully sculpted hands. They are a little bit yellowed and they are blushed as well. But yeah, so not like the Fairyland where it has the little peanut or magnetic hands. They are attached via an S-hook, a small one, but really nicely sculpted, and it flows really nicely as well. So apart from the Veneto hands, these hands are probably my favourite sculpted hands. They're just really nicely done, especially on a small MSD size doll. And this guy stands like a trooper. He's probably my best stander. It's probably mainly due to the fact that it is strung really tightly, but he just stands anywhere I put him with no problem at all. And that is it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any requests or questions, you can leave it in the comments down below. You can also check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Creatures of Nat, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!